Have you ever wanted to play Minecraft with your friends, but you didn't know how to host a server? Or maybe the servers were just too expensive, or you just didn't want to bother with setting one up, let alone trying to get your buddies on that server. I mean, what even is a port, and why would I need to even forward it? Well, ladies and gentlemen, look no further than today's subject essential, as this mod seems to provide the solution. By downloading and installing this mod, you'll be able to host worlds with no servers involved. Mostly. In addition to a cool friend list you can use to invite others to your world. And the best part, it's completely free. Seems too good to be true, right? Right? Well, I thought so too. So I spent the last week bothering their support team on Discord, asking for testimonials from you guys on both Discord and my community posts. And I also did the most impossible thing anyone ever did. I read the terms and conditions. Dear God, please send help. Alright, let's get some groundwork out first. Essential Mod does actually offer all these services, and they do offer them for free. I saw their mod described as the easy way to play together, and to be honest, that's exactly what they're doing. Being made for both Fabric and Forge, with at the time of writing support from 1.16 all the way up to 1.21 in Fabric, with Forge coming soon as, to put it in their words,
updating Forge is a pain in the ass.
They do provide an installer though on their website, which not only looks clean and professional, but it's also, again, easy to use. But for reasons I'll come back to later, I still prefer the singular jar they provide. Though again, if you're new to Minecraft modding, all you need to do is download this installer, which will then download and create a Fabric installation on your Minecraft launcher for the mod to be installed to. After that, you can just boot up and you should see this UI with your skin here and most importantly, the host world button, which then does the magic trick of getting your friends to play in your world. Just click on friends and add them in there. I don't have any friends. Overall, the multiplayer is seamless thanks to the use of ICE, though keep in mind performance is limited to your own rig. With Java being the way that it is, I would recommend upping the amount of RAM you use to at least 6 as you're acting as both server and player. But the keen-eyed among you might have spotted something. What mod asks you to be over the age of 13 and accept some sort of terms and conditions? See, this sent my alarm bells ringing as I've never seen any mod ask me this before, let alone question if I was over the age of 13, which usually is asked to allow them to harvest personal data. They wouldn't do that, would they? Either way, many of you might be wondering, how does Essential do this? Well, I was asking myself the same question, so I started digging. Essential Mod uses a few techniques referred to as protocols in order to get your computer to receive guests on your world. See, you are currently watching this video connected to your router, which has one public IP4 address that your entire household shares. Now, if this video is being sent to your one public IP, how does it know that it needs to go to your computer instead of your mom's iPhone? Well, that's because your router assigns a different so-called private IP4 address for every connected device on your network. So multiple systems can still use the same public IP4 address, and your router, well, it just routes the traffic. It's kind of like your house has only one address, yet the mail that's in the mailbox is addressed to different people. This, in a nutshell, is called NAT, and while NAT is great for general use as it can be combined with a firewall to protect our devices from malicious actors, to go back to Minecraft, this is the reason why you can't just open a server, give your friends your public IP, and then go nuts, as the people trying to connect to your server on the standard Minecraft port of 25565 will hit that NAT and firewall combo and will just be denied entry. What Essential does is use the ICE framework and its two protocols. Don't worry, you don't need to know what ICE is, just that it's used by communication software like Discord and TeamSpeak and many others. All it tries to do is find the best path from your friend's computer to your Minecraft world, and it does this in two ways. First, it tries to make a connection to get the two devices to work together. To do that, it will first use the stun protocol to check if the connection that is trying to be made is behind one or more NATs. If it is, the stun protocol will try to get everyone's public IP address and then proceeds to find the best suitable connection. If that fails, there is a backup system called Turn. This protocol uses a server hosted by Essential to act as the middleman between two clients, using that server as a relay, which of course is slower than just the direct ICE or stun connection, as the further away you are from that relay, the more lag you'll have, but it's better than no connection at all. Okay, nerd session over, back to Minecraft. Essential Mod uses these techniques in order to get you and your buddies on the same server. Though now we know how Essential operates, it's time to get to the real meat of this video. Is it actually safe? Some of you might know that I take privacy a tad serious. I mean, there's a reason why I built my own router instead of just using the shitty one my ISP provided. So when I saw the box asking me if I was over the age of 13, my alarm bells went off again, because this box only exists for one reason: COPPA Act compliance. This act requires that online services, when collecting data from under 13-year-olds, need to disclose why and how this data is used and collected. Most websites that do have this box make it a requirement for you to tick that, as it essentially waves away any liability, legally speaking. Though that doesn't mean they don't have to have a privacy policy. So what does Essential collect, and more importantly, why? Well, according to Modcore, the developers of Essential, it collects various Minecraft data such as your universally unique identifier or UUID, what mods you are using, and of course, your computer specifications. They also state further on that they will supplement unknown data with third parties for marketing purposes. Now, to be fair, in regular Minecraft servers, your UUID will also get stored, as well as your bare-ass naked public IP in the logs, which is why you should always purge logs every week. The biggest issue I have here is that data could potentially be sold, so I asked them directly and I got a pretty straightforward answer. Quote,
Absolutely not. We do not sell any data. Never have, never will.
and to be fair, their privacy policy also states later on that they don't sell your data. And if that were to ever change, they would provide an option to opt out of that program. Though in the same sentence, they do repeat that they are sharing information with third parties, maybe most importantly their owner Spark Universe, the creator of Bedrock Add-ons. But again, this is all just pretty common. It's not all that dangerous, even to someone as paranoid as me, as the value of the information they do store and collect is not worth the backlash they would get if they are selling it. Oh yeah, did I talk about the in-game shop yet? For my Bedrock players in the audience, excuse my whining for a second, as I know you had to deal with in-game shops your entire existence. But why the fuck is there a shop in my Minecraft game? Not only that, why is a mod asking me for money for a cape? Here's my live reaction, seeing the store for the first time. Wardrobe. What the fuck? 20 bucks, okay. Creator code. What is this? So, $7.99, right? Divided by 1,000. That means every buck is about 8 cents, right? So if I were to multiply that by 2,500, right? You're paying 20 bucks. Okay, that's actually fair. Now, that's good. Okay, so it's not that scummy, but Jesus Christ, why is there a cosmetic store in my fucking game? Okay, that's pretty cool. So at the very least, they aren't doing any scummy tactics of offering extras you're actually paying for, and the prices are pretty neat. And again, that Spider-Man flip was pretty cool, not gonna lie. But why is this mod asking me to put my credit card here? Not only that, remember in my last video where I talked about paid Minecraft mods and how they break EULA compliance? Yeah, I'd like to remind everyone that this is not EULA compliant in any way. Hey, editing Lunar here. So apparently, I'm wrong. I was talking to the people at Spark Universe about this EULA compliance stuff, and they confirmed to me that Mojang has stated that mods fall under the same regulation as servers and the like. So in that case, they are actually EULA compliant. So ignore what I just said. But wait. Creator codes? They have a partner program? Why am I making this video? I could have been rich instead. Okay, jokes aside, this isn't as bad as it could have been. Again, I still prefer this over having to pay outright, and considering that the entire quality of the mod is this high, I do think the devs deserve some compensation if they desire. I guess for the services they provide, I can accept this store. At least they offer some free stuff. I still don't like it, but these stun and turn servers aren't cheap to host, and if this allows the devs to sustain themselves and make a mod better, then I'm all for it. Although there is one last issue I have. How safe is this entire system? It's important to remember that all these connections from the clients to the relay to the server are all still connected by Mojang's encryption algorithm. And because a single player world is still run as a server, this is all that's required to make a connection. And while yes, there could be a malicious breach in one of Essential's relays, the bad actor can't really do much with whatever code he sends to the client, as Minecraft will either straight up deny it as it's not the expected token, or Minecraft just can't execute that code because it doesn't know what it is. Aside from that, I do have my questions regarding the auto update feature, because this mod has a tendency to self-install when a user plays any mod pack that has it enabled, which is kind of a red flag. So if at any moment a bad actor gets access to the backend at Essentials, pushes a bad update, many users could be screwed. But then again, they do have to have their auto updates enabled, which is by default an opt-in. Even still, I prefer downloading the jar myself. I can see what I drag into my folders instead of having an installer do it for me. Those are the two main vectors I see an attack coming in, and both seem kind of unlikely. But okay, I think I've ranted for long enough. Let's get to some sort of a conclusion. So Essential Mod, a high-end piece of software that has some great infrastructure to back it up. And for what it's worth, phenomenal support. Seriously. Thanks to Geek for putting up with my questions. I'm actually glad I came to the conclusion that it's rather safe. When I started, I presumed this was some sort of smoke and mirror situation where this mod profited off the back of people's data. But after looking deeper and understanding the underlying technology at work, it doesn't seem to be that way. Because whatever information they ask for can hardly be classified as personal, let alone sellable. And in terms of safety, it's basically as safe as any over-the-internet protocol or service can be. That being said though, I personally really dislike the cosmetic store. I don't want to see it in my game. It's the reason why after some research I will still prefer E4MC, which I'm going to be covering in another video. But to answer your question, and this video as a whole, is Essential safe? Yeah, I think it is. And if you just want to get together with some friends without the hassle or cost of setting up a server, hey, try it out. But with that all being said, I was Lunar. You were very awesome. And holy shit, this video was way longer than I expected. Alright, I would like to thank all my Pebbles on Patreon and on YouTube. You guys make what I do possible. It's as straight as that. You make it possible. For the YouTube members, we have a new blooper uploaded. If you haven't seen it yet, I will play a small clip at the end here. But feel free to check that out. And for the Patreon members, the full log of my support ticket with the Essential Mod team will be available there. I would also like to thank Paint Ninja, Mister, and Mathmagician to help me decode and understand this software a little bit better. But that being said, thanks again to Geek for putting up with my bullshit the entire time. You know, I was a bit off in the first few questions, but they handle it perfectly. I don't think this company has anything to hide. They're not gonna sell your data in any way that is actually profitable for them. I think they're actually a well-meaning company, and yeah, I'm just excited to see where it goes. So I'll see you next time, lads. I am sweating my balls off. Bloopers.